Leo, welcome back to Steampunk Psyche. I appreciate it. If you are a returning subscriber, wonderful. I am grateful. Okay. Um, if you're cross watching or you're brand new to the channel, I'm JT. Hit that thumbnail. Come on in and check it out. Okay. Um, Leo, we are going to get into your reading. I'm going to shuffle up. We'll get started. I hope you are prepared for 2026. It is a brand new year. It is the 10-10, new cycles, new beginnings, new goals, new dreams, new visions, new desires, new passions, new relationships, everything. So it gives us a chance to restart, you know, take the old eraser, erase the chalkboard, and start all over. I hope that you take the time to, invest in yourself. I hope that you are challenging yourself with your boundaries, um, taking it easy on yourself if you don't quite make your goals, forgiveness of yourself mainly, and for other people. Okay, we'll get into the reading here. We will clarify this as we go. So if you'd like to fast forward this part, that's fine. But yeah, my life partner is a Leo, and I know that she is very compassionate. In fact, her card's showing up right now. Your card's showing up right now, Leo. Usually, when your card shows up, it is a definite sign of your energy, your present energy. Okay, compassionate. Okay, we're going to take a look at your present energy and your crossing challenge. So, your current energy is the Hanged Man. Okay, kind of deep in introspection, thinking hard about something. Um, it's an intentional. You do this on purpose. This is not somebody hung them up like this. It's an intentional grounding. It's an intentional. I need to clarify. Like I said, with you being the strength and compassion, I feel like that's, something that you often need to do. So your crossing challenge is the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. So the Queen of Pentacles could be representing for you uh, a challenge to get your finances in order, perhaps. Um, some emotional clarity on something. The Queen of Pentacles is also very compassionate, okay? Very grounded. Um, it could be that you're trying to, maybe spend a little less, save a little more. All kinds of things in that. So what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and take a look now at this first column, and we'll take a look at what kind of energies are lying underneath the surface. Okay, Leo, there seems to be some nostalgia, right? Seems to be some kind of past memories of some kind that's bringing back memories. A past love, a past offering, kind of just in this romantic kind of childlike view, playful, fun. I know my partner is very playful, very flirty, very fun. Um, that's just her energy. Uh, so, yeah, the next card to show up is you, strength, Leo, compassionate, warm, gentle, patient, enduring. Okay. So, those are some underlying energies, right? However, I say, however, it's not terrible. We got the 10 of Wands, okay? And the 10 of Wands, what this could represent is boundaries. It also talks about kind of overworked, overstressed, but who the hell wants to bring 2025 into 2026, right? But the 10 of Wands also has that energy of boundaries, talking about what I will accept, what I won't accept. And also reflecting upon, I've just been working too hard. I need time for myself, pull back my energies, be a little more patient with myself. Like I said from the very beginning, that type of energy could be lying underneath the surface. Okay, so those are some things we want to take a look at for 2026 and make sure that we're taking every kind of necessary step to kind of correct that. All right, now we're going to look at the recent past. All right, in the recent past, there was a generous offer, some kind of exchange back and forth, a giving type nature. This could have talked about a relationship, could be talking about finances. You're the type of person that wants to give. Um, you know, You like to help people, encourage people. That is my partner. Definitely like that. Also, we have the Justice card showed up, okay? Right? Justice. Let me put that back down here. Yeah, we could be talking about Libra's energy there. So somebody in the mix of Libra, but in the recent past, you either received some justice or needed something to, this could have been contract wise, perhaps, if we're talking about finances, maybe something in there was a contract that was, I don't know, taking place. We'll kind of maybe have to clarify that one. But then we also have in the recent past the Queen of Cups, okay? So perhaps maybe your intuition was challenged a little bit about a particular person or a situation, or like I said, maybe this contract of some kind. Just take what energies apply to you. If you're not, if you're not chiming with it, just leave it at the door. Um, but yeah, and we'll probably continue to keep on going. But the Queen of Cups represents that intuition, right? So something could have very well challenged you in the recent past as to did I make the right decision? Did I not? So we're going to take a look now at the possibilities section here, okay? Moving towards something away, got the Chariot, right? Uh, the Chariot could be talking about also a Cancer sign in your mixed here. But the Chariot also represents kind of moving out and away from a, materialism type situation. Balance between, the shadow self and the, earth grounded self. A transformation could be having a spiritual awakening. The Chariot represents that type of energy as well. Um, so definitely the possibilities there. Maybe moving your money in from one portfolio and creating a new one of some type of investment, since we do have the Pentacles there as the underlying energy, coin side. Or it could be moving towards another relationship, or a situationship. We're going to have to keep on clarifying. So then the next energy we got, the Seven of Swords, okay? So the Seven of Swords represents kind of that sneaky, vindictive, somebody under the scenes who is creating some kind of an obstacle or a challenge of some type, third party situation, maybe external forces or external energies. If you're reflecting upon work, this could be as simple as, somebody's talking trash about you at work, right? And the managers are, you know, uh, coming back at you and saying this and this and this, and you're like, hey, what the hell? I didn't even do that. That's one type of an example of that type of energy. But if we're talking about relationship wise, perhaps maybe it's questioning the trust, a trust scenario here. So the reason I say that really is now we have the Four of Swords. So you're sitting upon some kind of topic, some kind of decision. Okay. This is more, if we were Two of Swords, it's, I know I need to make a choice, but this is decision here. You're finalizing your decisions. You're really sitting on it. Okay. And it's interesting that when we look at the placement of that card, it is sitting right next to the Queen of Swords in your underlying energy in the recent past, okay? So intuitively, this could be finalizing your decision about what this means for you, okay? Okay, so in this next row, we're going to take a look at the near future, okay? In the near future, we have the Ace of Cups show up, okay? So we could be talking about a romantic gesture, an emotional offering of some kind, divine. We could be talking about this clears up that nostalgia energy that you had in that recent past, okay? Maybe it comes back around again, another connection. Maybe there was a separation of some kind. Um, I'm not really getting like twin flame scenario, but maybe some kind of a soul contract or a karmic contract that makes sense now of some type with an emotional offering of some kind, okay? And the next card to show up in the near future here is the moon, all right? We could be talking about the Pisces energy here, but the moon is definitely talking about transformation of the shadow side, perhaps some underlying wounds that you're working on. The moon card, with the moon shining on the darkness, right? Or the things that might be hidden. Remember, your present energy was that hanged man, okay? And we saw, or we see that hanged man position with the decisions that you're needing to make. So this could definitely be talking about some things that are underlying there that you really need to make some decisions on, or some things that you're working on healing or improving on, right? Yeah. So, and I say that to say because it's going to help you with the next part of the journey in this investment side. Okay. The Three of Wands talks about, you know, from the Two of Wands, I'm looking out. Now I'm taking action upon something. Now this could be you moving towards this new relationship or moving towards the action side of this coin, the money investment. But I feel like you're definitely going to take a step forward to whatever this is for you, the energy wise. Um, yeah. So it's is my ship going to come in? And like I said, it's sitting also, which is interesting. All of these right here is talking about boundaries, your intuition, making that decisive action decision, and then it's now questioning that investment. So it all has to do with intuition. And the Chariot talks about that, and the Moon does too, right? So I really feel like this is more about just you're questioning whether or not. Remember, your challenge is the Queen of Pentacles to either, if this is a feminine or passive energy, female energy, whatever, or for whoever. Um, like I said, it could be since this is your challenge card. It's I need to find stability one way or the other. Okay, not in a vindictive way. We did see the Seven of Swords here, but that could be external forces. So it's removing yourself away, in and out and away from external people, giving you their opinions, giving you these thoughts, and you need to kind of hang back because you did have the hanged man, right? Kind of an energy as, your present moment. So it's really kind of pulling back and stop listening to others so that I can get, the information I need. So, okay, Leo, we are going to rock on now with um, the next section here and take a look at how you're showing up in this, okay? How is Leo showing up in this situation with the self? How is Leo showing up? What kind of energy? How are you? Whoop, there we go. Okay. All right, we had the Four of Cups come out on us here, okay? The Four of Cups pops up, says, I'm still looking at the past. I'm reflecting on the past and I'm not checking out this divine offering, right? In your near future, there's this Ace of Cups, okay? But you're still thinking about the past and not the divineness, the wholeness that's coming in, whatever this offering may be, okay? Got to watch that. All right, Leo. Let me get you back down here. Here we go. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the environment around you, okay? What kind of environment is around you right now? What external situations are around you? Okay. We have the Sun card. All right. So, sunny disposition. People around you are laughing, joyful, happy, or maybe you're in a community of some kind, friends around you. That's kind of a really good atmosphere. Take what applies to you, but this also could talk about um, maybe you surround yourself. When I wake up in the morning, I try to do things deliberately to make myself happy. I listen, I watch. My partner watches funny videos. She'll listen to tunes, doing the hair makeup type thing, the routines. That could be another type of energy around you. Just whatever you do to, get your morning started, get your evening started, whatever that means for you. So, yeah. So the environment around you. So now we're going to talk about the hopes, the fears, the wishes, and the worries. Okay. 2025 is over. 2026 is here. Brand new year, brand new beginning. So, what are the hopes, the fears, and the wishes and the worries for Leo? Okay. We have the Three of Swords, okay. The hopes, the fears, the wishes, and the worries. I would imagine that this is a worry. Am I going to get my heart broke again? Am I going to be challenged in the heart space again? Am I going to heal the heart space? Okay. It's not a terrible card, especially like I said, it's kind of a reminder, and your cards down there being, what blocks am I going to put up? Am I going to overburden myself, stress my heart? Am I going to stay in this intuitive 365 revolving circle of, am I right? Am I right about this situation? You know, blah, 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 questioning anything that could damage the heart space, right? So it's not, in this position, I'm telling you, this is not what that, it doesn't represent that crushing heart's feeling. It's just, I feel like with your cards that showed up in that near future there, it's really more about introspection on how you're going to change your heart space, okay? And what you need to do to change your heart space. So, okay, so now we're going to take a look at the outcome and direction for Leo, okay? Leo, what is the outcome and the direction for the 2026 season here? Too many cards. Here we go. What's the outcome and the direction for Leo? Okay. How about that? There's definitely a union going to take place. A harmonious celebration. You know, like I said, there's I'm really seeing if this nostalgic information that we saw from the underlying energies, um, intuitively speaking, I feel like this is uniting yourself, uniting the harmony within you, the balance within you, celebrating the victories, you know, celebrating this new romance or this new energy, not necessarily like a marriage type of how it can reflect as a marriage card, but I kind of feel like in this situation, it's really trying to talk about the outcome being a union, coming back together, some kind of celebration that's taking place, which is going to stabilize your heart. You know, it's going to make you feel better. And so, yeah, Leo, I feel like that's really what the cards are saying here today. Okay, so I hope you like it. I hope it's confirmation for you. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, would you? Join the channel. Um, put some comments in the community section. I got that opened up, you know, start a conversation. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful new year. I hope everything works out for you. And I hope I also get to see you again on some more readings, okay? All right, Leo. Bye.